Hello everyone, so today I thought we could rank every map in Opbr, and I have this tier list here and I have every map down here, and I will be ranking them from best to Y. So best is basically the best maps in the game that I think are the most fun to play, and Y is maps that I don't even understand why Bandai included. And this is my tier list. It's very subjective, so if you have any comments or anything, just leave them in the comments down below and we can discuss it. So let's start with Alabasta Day. I think it's cool. It's basically the mid-tier map. There's nothing special about it. It's flat. Every skill can land. It doesn't have any elevation changes. So it's a very basic map. I think cool is the only thing that fits it best. And Alabasta Night, I'll put it in Y. I think it's probably one of the worst maps. A lot of people hate the sandstorms in the game. I think it's not a big problem, but it's very annoying nonetheless. So I put it in Y. I don't see it being one of the best maps, at least. Okay, so let's go to the Arlong Park maps. I think I include both in the same picture. They're basically the same. The treasures are a bit different, but basically they're the same, at least for me. I would put them in, let's say, fun tier. Yes. They're really basic maps, but I think the caps are really fun. They give us some restriction at least, and the gates are also a really fun mechanic in the end, if you know how to play with them. Okay, then we have Barati Day. I would say this is one of my favorites. I think the chaos on the top level can be really fun sometimes, and I like that you can't just reach each other from the second treasure. There's a little bit of gap there. I'll put it in fun there. I'll maybe revisit later and change it. Okay, then we have Barati Night. It's also, I think it's more of a cool map. I think the chaos on top can be too much sometimes. That's also one I think I have to revisit it when we look at some later maps. I think it can be really fun, but the chaos in the middle and on top can be too much sometimes. Okay, then we have Drum Kingdom. I think Drum Kingdom, it's okay. I know a lot of people hate it. I don't really like it myself. I hate that the ramps are really bad. A lot of skills can't hit because you're on top of the ramps, which is pretty bad design in my opinion. I think it's more fun if you're either on the top or on the bottom. The second treasures are really bad. They're badly placed. There's nothing fun really with them. But yeah, other than that, it's okay. I like that you can go from middle treasure right down to first treasure and the second treasure. That's really fun, but other than that, it's only okay. Sabody, the bubbles are shit. What can I say? I hate the bubbles. They take up so much time. There's nothing fun with them. I'll actually put it on okay tier. I like that you have both first and second treasure close to each other, but the bubbles are really shit. There's nothing else to talk about. They're just bad. Okay. Fishman Island. It's fun. I don't think it's the best map. It has some flaws with the way it's designed. It's basically the longest map if you run from first treasure to second treasure, not jumping down ledges. And if you have a flyer, it's a really nice map. Otherwise, it's just meh. And I hate that you're basically stuck down in the middle if you're defending middle treasure. You don't really have an easy escape. It can be both good and bad, of course, because your enemy can only jump down the ledge and that's the only way, and you can pretty much predict it, but you're also stuck down there. You can't really get up easily. Okay, Dressrosa Colosseum. I'll put it in okay. I think it's too small. It's easy to get caught up in the enemy's skills, and the fishes are just annoying. Sure, they are annoying for everyone, but I don't think they're really fun. Yeah, and I don't like the gaps. The gaps they're pretty annoying as well. If you have a flying character, they can pretty much go anywhere, and you're gonna be stalled by the enemy's skills or have something else to do. I don't really like it that much. Yeah. Okay, Marineford. Let's place it in best for. I think best is it. I like that you're basically locked in if you have the middle treasure. The middle treasure is pretty much chaotic in this map, and both your treasure on your side can hardly be reached by that. So if you're defending second treasure, you have pretty easy time because the enemy team can't come through middle treasure. There are of course the back ways, but they're pretty easy to spot if there's coming an enemy that way. So yeah, I think it's the best. I think it's really fun if you have a solid team. There shouldn't be any bullshit that can just overthrow the game in 1 second. So if you have a solid team, you should be able to defend pretty solidly in that map. Okay, Wano map. Let's place it in fun. I think it's a really fun map. It has 3 treasures, so in the middle, so it can differ pretty much from game to game, depending on how your team decides to go for treasure. And I mostly play defender, so I really like it because, for example, there is the first treasure and then the treasure on the little island. That's pretty secure if you're playing defender. So you have basically 2 spots that you can stand. That's pretty safe if you're playing defender, and I really like that. Okay, next we have Thriller Bark. Thriller Bark is easiest. It's the best map. It has the best music. It has a really nice special function that you can't see inside if you're outside, and you can't see outside if you're inside. That's a really fun mechanic. I really like it. It's pretty open. It has the only problem I think is the route from first treasure to enemy's treasure. I think a lot of people want to go there. I think it's a bad idea to go there. That most people should try to go in the middle at the start. But other than that, I think it's a fun map. It's easily the best map for me. There's a lot of fun in it, and yeah, the music is so much better than anything else. Saturday, okay, Saturday evening. I like it. Yeah. I put it in cool. I like it. Basically, it's better than the old Saturday map because it's basically like 2 playing fields. On the upstairs, it's 2 treasures. And yeah, if you're a defender, you can easily defend both, and you can try to take out enemies as they come. And if you're on the downstairs, it's 3 treasures, and you can try to compete there. Yeah, I think it's nice because it's 2 playing fields. You don't have to have the chaos that, for example, Yeah, for example, Dressrosa here has that everyone is just cramped together because yeah, there will be a fight on the top and a fight on the bottom, and that's what I like about it. It still has the bubbles, and the bubbles are bad. I don't like them at all. They take so much time. But other than that, I think it's nice that there are basically two playing fields. Okay, and lastly we have Water 7 map. So Water 7, it's new map. It might be more fun, but for now I put it in Y. I think the boats are a nice idea, but I think they have too much range. There's too much for them. You can go anywhere with them. There's no fun in that for defenders, because if an attacker can come directly at you from spawn, you're basically fucked. Defenders are more set to defend from runners than attackers, really. And if you can send an attacker from spawn directly at the enemy defender, it's just an easy win. I think that's the major flaw, that you can pretty much go anywhere. It would be okay if you could take the boat to middle treasure, and from middle treasure then maybe go to second treasure. But now that you can go from basically anywhere really easily, it's a really messy map from that. Okay, let's go through this one more time. Best, Thriller Bark, Marineford. Yeah, that's pretty much them, and maybe we will. Yeah, I will add one map to the best as well. I really like that it can create these small bubbles of fights, like on the first treasure or the the island treasure, that there are these separate fights. For example, that one of the Barty maps, there are just clusters of the same battle and everything is chaotic. But if you take one map, for example, it's a much more controlled environment. Yeah, and fun. Arlong Park, these are both Arlong Parks here. Yeah, I think it's a fun map. It can also create these small bubbles of fights. I think it's a bit outdated, but still a fun map. Barati Day. Yeah, I think I will add Barati Night to fun as well. I think it's basically a similar design, which I really like, but yeah, it's a bit different also. I like the treasure placements on both are really nice. Okay, Fishman Island, yeah, I think it's fun as well. Cool. Alabasta Day, yes. It's so generic. There's really no other place to put it. And Sabody Evening, yeah, it's also a cool map. It could have been better if there was something else than bubbles that made you go up, but yeah, still cool map. Okay, so we have Drum Island, Sabody Day, Dressrosa. Yeah, that's pretty much it. They are all very close to maps. I will actually put this one up. Yeah, I hate the bubbles. Bubbles are shit, but it can create these small pockets of fight that I talked about. Yeah, I think that's... No, actually, I will put it here. The bubbles are still shit. And I think the bubbles are such a major part that it doesn't go up to cool from that. And why we have Alabasta Night, pretty self-explanatory, it's bad. And Water 7, it's more annoying than bad. They could have done better. But it has those cards, they are like vertical bubbles, yes, they work better because they're faster and travel a bit more distance, which is nice, but it also create this scenario that defenders or roles, basically defender and runner roles, are basically useless because your enemy can attack from anywhere. There's basically no control on the field. Every treasure leads to every other treasure. That's a bit messy. Yeah, but that's my tier list. If you feel that any of this map doesn't belong where I put it, you can comment in the comments down below. I will try to respond, and yeah, thank you for watching. Bye.